As we cut away to another move of Chem, and he spun Charles Leclerc around. Controversy here.
James Baldwin starting from pole position. He hasn't raced in the Not the GP series since Australia, but he's came back with a bang and is ready to take on Shembolic Bassi and a number of F1 drivers. Charles Leclerc, the highest of them, in third. We've got Lando Norris in sixth, Latifi in seventh. But here we go then. The 5 red lights coming on. Race 1 and Not the GP at Monaco is go now. Hopefully, there we go. James Baldwin takes us away from pole position and he leads easily down into that first corner from Shembolic Bassi. So that's a key moment there for him. He's easily through and up the hill, heading through Beau Rivage and on towards Massenet and Casino Square. He leads from Shembolic Bassi and Charles Leclerc in third, Arif.
Yeah, Charles very, very close behind Shem. Those two literally nose to tail. And so, I don't know, maybe Charles might go for a move potentially to the hairpin, maybe out the tunnel. Let's see, literally that Ferrari's pushing that Toro Rosso through Monaco. But no, Els can't. It might be a little cheeky dive for Latifi, I think that is, in the Williams. And there's been a massive kerfuffle with Matthew Gallagher in the Ferrari, and Leclerc has gone for the move on Chem. And it's all come crashing down too. Limitless is now up in second, Andy. It's all kicking off on lap 1.
Unbelievable. Charles Leclerc going for a move there on Shembolic Bassi into Portier. Did not work out, and into the wall went Bolic Bassi. He's got wing damage now, and Charles Leclerc, I think, might have got away without any damage, but he has. Oh yeah, you can tell with the understeer there, he might just have damage. And Tyrrell Limitless is up into second place. It's a Mercedes 1-2. Unbelievable stuff. There was drama at the hairpin. They were all concertinaing up at the slowest corner on the racetrack, the slowest corner on the calendar, and it caught a few cars out. But it is James Baldwin leading, and into the pits already comes Lando Norris. And is that for a wing change, or is that because he wants to get into some clean air? We'll have to wait and see, Arif.
Could be tactical, could be. Let's see if we just stay on with him. Is he going to make a wing change? No, he's not. So I think that is fully tactical from Lando. He's been held a little bit, though.
As we go with Nicholas Latifi, and he's going down the outside, is he? On the Pilio. Couldn't quite find a way through in the Frenchman. They're going to go side by side, up the hill through Beau Rivage. That's usually one way through there. Unbelievable. Round the outside into Massenet. And Nicholas Latifi pulls it off. Lovely stuff from Latifi. And the Canadian finds his way through and up into 6th place.
Meanwhile, on board with Leclerc as he has a little look, and he's a bit too hot under braking, and Leclerc once again having a little bit of contact with Shembolic Bassi, who's up into third, by the way, so they swapped at some point there. Yeah. And so the Turkish driver is in P3. He's going to try and get away
as they go across the start line. Now, we mentioned DRS could be key. You might be able to have a look into that first corner. Let's see if Shem is going to do it. Not quite close enough, and he remains stuck behind Jay. But can he do what we've already seen from one Nicholas Latifi in this race and go round the outside? He's going to try it. It will give him the inside for Casino Square, but JP Smith's got too much speed through there, and he remains stuck behind. And there's quite a queue of cars forming just in front. Is he going to go now into Monaco? He does think about it. He's going to have to barge his way alongside and through, and he's still not through though. He's on the outside. This usually doesn't work at the hairpin, but incredibly it does. Is he through? Yes, he is. He's done it. Incredible stuff, Adam.
How's he done that? Wow, what a move. Really got the elbows out, but I think that was as harsh as you get, but as fair as you get around Monaco, you know, because it is a street circuit, so you're not going to get a lot of space to work with, so I think that was the fairest way we could get it, and so what a stunning move there.
Yeah, it's brilliant from Dave Gaming, it really is, and it's great content for him as well.
And he's actually...
he's having a look here. Is he going to go into Rascasse? Well, we've seen Charles Leclerc try moves at Rascasse last year. Make that Anthony Nose. Is he letting him go? I think he let him through there. Wow.
He might.
And Dave Gaming takes the place, and Charles Leclerc, well, he's coming straight back at him if he did let him go, which wouldn't make any sense. He's going to go round the outside into turn 1, is he? No, he's not. Dave Gaming holds on and retains that 5th place, which he gained at Anthony Nose, because it looked like Leclerc backed out the throttle. So Dave Gaming up into 5th, Leclerc down into 6th. Leclerc trying at the inside there into Massenet. Goodness me.
We now move to the 2 Formula 1 drivers, and I can't quite believe I'm saying it, in P11 in 12 Monaco, and Leclerc is right up the back of Lando Norris here as they go through Singapore. Might make a move into La Rascasse round the outside. Leclerc goes, Norris defends. It's a switchback move for Leclerc, and Norris has hit him and forced him into the wall nearly. It's all boiled over a little bit there for the 2 Formula 1 drivers. Leclerc goes through up into P11 though, Lando Norris P12, but I'm sure that and Lando Norris Lando Norris has taken a very interesting line to turn 1, that's all I can say, and he's come back at him. Obviously, the F1 game, it's the F1 game, so these boys are having some fun, obviously, tonight. That's what it's all about, and Lando Norris is out! Oh my word, Lando.
And here we go, into the tunnel they will go. Tom 97, then into the darkness they go, right into the slipstream. They'll pop out the other end. Is he going to go for a move up the inside? He is this time. Is he going to get it? Oh, no! The two Williams come together. What a shame that is. Tom and Latifi, you mentioned Sergio Perez dive bombs, and that one was the one where they collided with him and Raikkonen. He's waited out for him. Yeah, that's fair. That's what you should do. And Tom,
it's all boiled over. The Williams Civil War is complete. Thank you very much, Tom, for giving me that commentary buzzword. And he's that's that. You know what? He had to go for it at some point. You know, it was kind of now or never really, because it was only one lap left. So fair play. He's gone for it. It's not worked out, and they kind of shook hands there. Obviously, I'm sure they're actually talking to each other, maybe in the same chat there. So teammates just able to communicate and wait up for one another. But now we cut on to the man of the moment, the man of the race, Andy. Domination by our very own Veloce Esports, James Baldwin in first place.
Yeah, he's absolutely flying. He's never looked back since he put it on pole position, did he? He has just strolled away out at the front, and he's only got a couple of corners to go. A little slide, a little drift through the Rasgas, and then into Anthony Nose. And on lap 20 out of 20, he will come up to the line. James Baldwin, in his first race since the Australian race and not the GP, takes the victory in race one. A superb performance for the man in the Mercedes. Yeah, it looks like Singapore, doesn't it? You think it would be Singapore. It's the only street track on the calendar, of course, where we do race at night in Singapore. But no, we're getting it here in Monte Carlo. A great feature of the Formula One game. I hope the drivers knew it, because they've got a big surprise. There's no sunshine, the moon is out, and it's a wonderful night here in Monte Carlo as we get ready for race number 2. It's J. Peach Smith starting from pole position. He's got the Real Madrid goalkeeper alongside him as the red lights come on here in Monaco for race number 2. Who will win today? This is probably as open as it's going to get in Monaco in terms of the chance of a winner, and the lights go out and we still wait, and eventually we get underway. It's JP Speak from pole position. Courtois at a terrible start. DePilio already up the inside of one, tries on another, and there's contact there into the first turn. DePilio in the wall, JP Speak in the wall, but they've got away with it seems. Courtois coming straight back up into second place. We've got one of the Haas cars in there as well. Look at them all streaming up through Masseny and into Casino Square. It's JP Speak still in the lead. DePilio coming back for more down the hill, and is he through and up into second? Not quite. Courtois still holding on. It's 2 by 2 into Mirabel. It's JP Speed leading from Courtois second and DePilio third. Let's have a look at the hairpin. Yes, there's more drama. More drama.
3 wide into the hairpin. He made it 3 wide. He's made it work. The two McLarens are going all over the shop into the hairpin. They're trying to make it 5 wide into the hairpin, which is literally impossible there. So lads, I think you got all overexcited a little bit, but they somehow all made it through. No one's had a massive crash out this Grand Prix, at least thankfully. But I spoke too soon, Andy. And the Racing Boys Brown Thibaut Courtois leads for Alfa Romeo now. Second place, Depiello in second. Leclerc up into P4 then. So a lightning start from Monegasque in P4, and the Ferrari from what was, remember, P11 behind James Baldwin. Speaking of him, James Baldwin still in down in P12. It's all kicking off, and Leclerc is found away, maybe down inside. Oh, he's drifting through the last corner and hangs on to P4. My word, Andy, that was as fine as you get at Monaco in terms of on the edge.
Well, he's certainly pushing the limits, isn't he? Beyond the limits at times. Leclerc, it's what's got him up into this position so far. That's why he's flew off the line. Team Mark and Lando Norris are 9th and 10th. We've got so many cars in the pits. We've got 7 cars, I think, in the pit lane already. We mentioned this. How many will pit early? Well, so many have pitted early, they will start tripping over each other. Limitless and Baldwin in the pits, so they'll be queuing as well. So that's another factor we should consider as we look at TM Mark in 9th position onto the back of Nicholas Latifi.
So now cut to the McLaren of Lando Norris in the pit lane then. Obviously, we mentioned the McLarens did make a stonking start on lap 1. Maybe a little bit forceful into the hairpin, but still nonetheless a stonking start. So Lando comes out in P13, just ahead of Matt Gallagher in the Ferrari there. And now he goes to the end. So let's see how that goes, as now we see Carrera closing up onto Leclerc. And Carrera's going to go for it there. The Alfa Romeo around the outside of the Ferrari. Leclerc against his old team in Formula 1.
Courtois has rejoined, by the way, but he is behind Leclerc. So he's in 8th place. Look at this, down the inside goes Norris on Peach Meat. And I think he's forced his way through. Peach Meat bounces off the barrier. Latifi can do nothing but run into him, and he's damaged the wing. And look at the train of cars now. Matty in 13th, and James Baldwin is still 8 laps into this race, stuck all the way down in 14th place as Bollock Brassey lines up the Haas.
JD in the Mercedes in P8, and then you've got the McLaren P9 up at the front. You've got Tom Dipiello is now. There's a move there from JD round the outside, and the Merc goes through, and it's a sensational move there on Courtois. The two are very familiar with each other. Courtois trained with JD before, when this whole virtual racing began. This is how Courtois got involved, is via kind of JD, so they're very familiar with each other. But JD has schooled the kind of pupil, I guess, and showed him who the teacher is, and he's up into P7, and now Courtois has got to try and dive around and save his race from Ben in P9, and Ben is going to be very frosty indeed, obviously on the fresher tyres. He had a little look and deeper inside, but now running up the hill, will he make the move into Casino? Let's see. I wouldn't put it past Ben.
Oh, I wouldn't put it past him. Let's see then. He's going to go around the outside of the Real Madrid goalkeeper. Not quite. But I've got to say, what a move from Thierry Limitless that was a moment ago. Here comes Tiamat Marek. Is he going to go down the inside into Minabo? Yes! Oh, nearly. Leclerc trying everything, and he's got good pace in this race, Leclerc. He's redeemed himself after that first race, no doubt about that. And he's having a look then into the hairpin, perhaps. Yes, up there inside of the hairpin. Oh, he's his way through. Are they going to have a turning circle to get round there? Yes, just about. Wing damage for Bollock Bassi. He's not giving it up. They're still going side by side. And into Portier at the entrance to the tunnel. Bollock Bassi, the Turkish driver, holds on, but Leclerc coming back from side by side in the tunnel. Where have you ever seen that? Is he through? Round the outside. Oh, unbelievable stuff across the runoff, and Leclerc is through. Unreal.
We now watch on a battle for P2. Leclerc closing up to Dipiello, who's done a stunning job, to be fair. He's looked very aggressive this race. Kudos to him for those aggressive moves. But Leclerc, oh my God, he goes for it again. Oh, it's his favourite move, it would seem. He's done a copycat, and he's gone down inside the same place in the tunnel. Leclerc, he's found his groove. Charles Leclerc has entered the chat properly now here, lads, for race number 2 at Monaco. He's loving life here in the night race.
And I think they both get a little bit of damage, because I've just seen Leclerc has picked up some as well. So let's just see if Bollock Bassi can try a move. He's going left, going right into the first corner. He's going round the outside of Charles Leclerc into Saint-Devant. He won't find a way through there. Leclerc says, oh no, you don't, as they go up the hill through Beau Rivage and onto Masseny. Where can Bollock Bassi try this time? He has a little look, but no more than a look, as Dipiello says, I'm coming back for more. I'm still not giving up on this podium position. And look at that, that's so close between them, as Juan Manuel Correa is in there as well.
Yeah, in one sector, Correa has joined them. So it's a four-way fight now for P2. Awesome to see. And the Alfa Romeo is trying to go around the outside of the Red Bull. Oh, but it contact the Alfa gets bolted into the air a little bit there with the physics. And so that was very hairy. So they both lost time now to that fight. But you saw there, that's classic Monaco. You fight just a little bit. One sector is all you need. And the car that was a second back is closed up.
As you say, in a sector, one car can catch up. In a whole lap, they could all catch up. And going to the back of the train that's about to form, here is Tiamat Marek trying a move. Is he going to get it done? Round the...
Goes down the inside.
Has he done it? Side by side, up the hill. Look how close this is going to be. Tiamat Marek just in front of Thierry Limitless, and he's done it. That was absolutely epic stuff from Tiamat Marek, as they now chase down Juan Manuel Correa.
Yeah, absolutely stunning move there. And now Ben going for the move down the inside as we cut away to another move of Gem. Oh, he spun Charles Leclerc around. Controversy here. Drama at the Monaco Grand Prix. And Leclerc, he drove around Monaco backwards on a Twitch live stream 2 weeks ago. He's backwards out the hairpin, and he's found himself in the wall. And it's just not going well for him at Monaco. He's cursed his home Grand Prix. You sometimes get that. Drivers sometimes don't gel well. Jenson Button never gelled well at Silverstone. I feel like, unfortunately, let's hope it doesn't, continue in real life in the coming years. But right now, it's not going too well for him at Monaco, is it, Leclerc?
Yeah, you're right. Daniel Ricciardo's had a few iffy races at Melbourne, hasn't he? As has Rubens Barrichello, most notably at Brazil. It never went well for him there, and things not going well for Charles Leclerc here either. As we go to Tiamat Marek in 7th place, down the inside. He goes into Raskas. That was magnificent on Thierry Limitless, and he takes the place away. Oh, that was absolutely brilliant. Thierry Limitless won't take well to that. He's going to go down the inside, is he? Almost contact, and off he goes. Keeps it on the island somehow. Don't know how. And Tiamat Marek maintains 6th place. Behind that, I think they're side by side going up the hill, and it's the Williams of Latifi that gets a move down there, I think, on Thierry Limitless.
There's 2 laps left, Andy, and now no one cares. The gloves are off. The dive bomb's happening. It's time. It's time to make the move. If you don't make it now, it's not going to happen. Let's see if it's going to be Merc v Merc. Maybe, as James is right behind, you can see as well the Ferrari. I think. Oh no, that's Matt being lapped actually, unfortunately. But as Ben making some great dives here, and also a great save because he got tapped by JD and somehow held the drift or whatever it was, kind of snakes the snap of the car into turn 1 and has held that through in P6 and continues to try and chase after potentially Alfa Romeo of Carrera up ahead, who's actually fallen behind Courtois. So those two have swapped somewhere in this Grand Prix. So maybe Carrera has had some damage there, and Courtois got up into 4th place and chasing Depiello. As now you can see the 2 Mercs getting very frosty. Will James make a move round the outside of Raskas? JD gets the elbows out there. Not quite for the world's fastest gamer, but he went for it. He sent it, and JD's got damage, and James does not, I believe. So with DRS, will he make a move into turn 1? Let's see. No, JD putting up a great fight there against his teammate, trying his best to hold on to P9, and look at that up ahead. Ben right up behind the Alfa Romeo as well. So it's all kicking off, Andy, on the last lap of the Monaco Grand Prix, where Tom has dominated this race, but it's all kicking off, and that is James has got past Tyrrell, and he's up into P9, into Casino Square that was.
Yeah, well, unbelievable stuff there. Not much wing left on that Mercedes of Tyrrell, I don't think. But yeah, great stuff there from James Ball when he gets the move done. Look at the train of cars. This is absolutely crazy. Courtois and all this is now back up into 4th place. But look at this. Tom 97 round the final corner. What a performance. He's the king of strategy. He's the king of Monaco. Tom 97 takes the win in style. It's going to be Bollock Bassi 2nd and Depiello 3rd. Don't even ask me who's going to be 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th and 8th. This is absolutely crazy. One man Leclerc holding them all up, and look at that. One of the Ferraris is a lap down, is going to just overtake them all by ghosting. But it looks like it's going to be one man Leclerc at the head of the train. Look at the 2 Mercedes who've had such a difficult race trying to find a way through. We've got Tiamat Marit being overtaken by Limitless into Raskas. It's Bollock Bassi 2nd, Depiello 3rd, Courtois 4th, and across the line it could be anybody. It's the Haas that gets 5th on penalties. Baldwin actually gets 6th. Wow.
Yeah, wow, yeah, that's actually with all the penalties. James kept it really clean that race, I guess, then. And so Leclerc, after being span round at the hairpin, is going to come through for P12 at his home Grand Prix. Sorry, Charles, maybe lucky in 2021, potentially.